everybody, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I Shallive Neema, and if it is your first time to come across this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. It is the only way you can support or you can show me love by supporting to this channel. And to my returning subscribers, God bless you so much for always coming along, watching my videos every time I upload a video. Yeah, thank you so much and may God bless you. I know I have new friends who have joined this family, and just to them I just wanna thank you for joining this channel. God bless you so much. Welcome to this family, because in this family it is only positive vibes. In this family it is only positive vibes, giving our life or a story, our stories of life as a testimony. Yeah, updating you of anything involving our lives, lifestyle. We do cooking. I give stories just to motivate you, inspiring stories, and many more in this channel, and it is just positive vibe. And for me, it is just to encourage each and everyone, or any person that is just discouraged, or any person that thinks that there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Let me tell you, just trust in God, trust in the process, and God will bless you. Thank you so much. A road to 100 subscribers, and wow, God bless you so much. You know, now today I'm just sitting here, and if you see me sitting down, sorry, if you see me sitting down, know that I have a story. Yeah, a story, my story, that is a testimony through a story that I'm going to share to you. And the video that, or the story that I'm going to give you, I once told it in my language, in Kikuyu language. And I remember, because I have subscribers from all over the world, and like I have two in Botswana, I have other people who don't understand this language, the Kikuyu language. And I remember when I uploaded that video, yeah, a lady or one of my subscribers just requested me and told me that, yeah, she would like, or she would want to, yes, to understand the story. And by the way, I don't know where that story went, because I was setting my YouTube channel, and I know some videos just, I don't know whether I deleted them or unknowingly, but I'm missing some of the videos, and I decided, let me just redo that video in English, because you, my subscribers, are my masters, and whatever you tell me to do, I'm just ready to deliver. Now, today I'm not wearing my specs, because I've upgraded. I told you I broke the other. I was using a selfie stick just to shoot my videos, then it broke. And that is why I was just away, not vlogging. And I've upgraded. I have a ring light, and now when I was wearing my glasses on, there was a reflection of the ring light, so I decided that just to not to wear them today, to put on them today, and just to do this video this way. And I thank God I have a ring light, I have a wireless microphone, and I thank God for the upgrade. And now I'm ready just to deliver. So help me God. Now, you know one thing, that as I said earlier, I decided to do my videos in English, because through God's favor, I have a lot of other tribes and other people from other countries. As I've told you, I have two subscribers from Botswana. I have other tribes just who are in love with my channel, and some have been telling me through email that, yeah, we love your channel, but we don't understand the language. Then I decided that there are some things I'll be doing in English, and others I'll be doing in Kikuyu. And when we'll just head to 100 subscribers and do a live. Sometimes we'll be doing this live in English, others in Kikuyu, and you'll pardon me. Now, some people have been asking, because I'm just here, some people have been asking, and that is why I'm here, to answer most of the questions that people have been asking me through my social media handles about this name, I Shallive Neema. Or on my Facebook handle, I call myself Neema Shallive, And Instagram, I'm not sure because I'm not an Instagram person, but it is I Shallive. And I get a lot of questions. Which tribe are you from? Which part of the country are you from? Yeah, which continent are you from? And today I decided just to take you through the story that gave birth to this name, because I didn't Google the name. For one, I didn't Google the name. It is not that I had that name from somebody. No, it is a divine name that came, yeah, out of pain. It came out of pain, and it is a declaration that, yeah, I declare each and every morning. And now let me take you through the story, because as you've seen from the title of the video today, it says that I was told, or I was just forced, or I was told to speak to my mother's corpse, or my mother's body, in the morgue. And let me say that, pardon me if you see I'm not just looking direct at the camera, because of I always use the glasses, but now I don't have them, and now this light is kinda affecting me. That is why at times you shall see me just looking at the side, so done with me. And as the title says, I was asked to speak to my mother's corpse at the morgue. And here is the story. Now, I was born in Murang'a, yeah, by my biological parents in Murang'a. And we were many of us. I have siblings. And now a time comes when I was 1.5, I'm not sure, 1.5 or 2 years, I just find myself being given away to another family in Nakuru. And now, this other family, it is not a strange family, but she was a sister to my father. And so she was given me, I don't want to say for adoption, but we went with her, and life started in Nakuru. And that is where I grew, knowing that it is my home. And let me say that they were good parents. Yeah, they loved me so much. The upbringing me there was that kind of, yeah, they loved me so much. And let me say that I don't think I could have gotten that kind of love from my biological parents, because, yeah, those people loved me. They loved me so much. And I thank God for that, because I found favor. God gave me favor in them. And now, this is now where I'm living. This is now my parents. I'm that young girl, yeah, not a young girl, but a young child, just given away. And now I've just adapted. These are my parents. This is my dad. This is my my father. And I have a brother. So we were that family that loved each other. And I grew very well with a lot of love. Yeah, they dedicated their love towards me and my brother. And no, fast forward, I get to class 8, and I want to register for my KCP. And mark you, people in this area, because now they were the pioneers of that area, and now people started coming and just building their houses. And now they identified my parents with me, because in Africa you are identified as a parent to the firstborn. So they were just being identified, associated me as their firstborn, and it was just perfect. Now, here comes class 8. I want to sit for my examination, the KCPE. And now, we want to register. I remember the teacher, when he was I registered my names very well, my 2 names and the surname. The surname was for my guardian father. And now, here comes the teacher. I don't know what happened, and I didn't even inquire, but I wrote those names. But I think my mother, my guardian mama, just went to school and changed the name. And now I'm just called and given my index, and the two names were mine, but the third one, it was not mine. And I was just staring at the teacher. Yes, the two names are mine, but the last name or the surname is not. I don't know the name. And I was waiting for the other person who has similar names like mine just to appear. And just the teacher looked at me and just, you know, the village schools, they were just in the neighborhood. So even the teachers knew the story. Maybe my mom, my guardian mom, told him the story before registering. I don't know. And now the teacher gives me the paper and tells me it is yours, just come forward. And I was just holding that sheet, looking at it. Yes, they are my names, but the surname, my father's name is not like this. This is not my father's name. And it was like I was so disturbed. And the teacher just noted that, and he told me, when you go home, tell your mama that I want to see her. And now I went home complaining, no, who told, no, this is not my father's name. And yeah, it was like, it was hell. Now upon reaching home, I tell my mama, you know, it was just, mom, you know what, the teacher called my names and my two names, but the other name I don't know who it belongs to, but he called me and gave me the name. And then my guardian mama just sits me down and tells me, just sit here, let's have a conversation. And she was just an angel. She was an amazing parent, and may the soul rest in peace, because she was a wonderful woman. Yeah, she dedicated all her love and everything towards me and my brother. Now she just told me, sit here, let's have a conversation. And now we are sitting down, and she tells me, I'm sorry, we are not your biological parents. Yeah, you see. And at this time, my biological dad was coming to visit. Remember, I'm telling you that my guardian mother and my biological dad are siblings. They are brother and sister. So my biological dad was coming to visit the sister now. Now my guardian mom. And all this time, nobody uttered to me that this is your father. But there was a time we were going for get-togethers in Moranga, and we would meet, and I would hear children, of which I came to realize they were my siblings, telling me, you know what, those are your not parents. We are your brothers and sisters. That is not your brother, he's your cousin. That is your aunt, that is your uncle. And it was like, I was young, and I rushed to my guardian mom and tells me, Mama, you know, these kids are telling me this, these kids are telling me this. And she was like, leave them alone, they don't know what they are saying. Now this time comes, and she tells me, you know, that man who comes here, he's your biological dad, he's my brother. And in fact, she gave me the details of what happened from A to Z. And it was, beside that, we love you so much. You are our firstborn. And for me, because of the love that I had been shown in that place, I was comfortable. Now here comes, I register class 8 with another this surname that is disturbing me, and I was asking why. I wish we could have just registered with my guardian father. And it brought a lot of questions, even from the other classmates. They just wondered, we knew this girl as so-and-so's daughter. Now it is another name. Who is this? And yeah, it happened. Then I did my KCP, which I just did well, and I was called into a high school. And now my biological father comes. And I remember that time, it is when they sat me down, and she was just told, your daughter has just scored well, and here are the letters. She's been just called to a good school, and take your daughter, and no, just sponsor her. We've done the rest. And I think for me, to my thinking, it was like there was a confrontation, because I don't know how they came up with just changing the name. I think my biological dad just demanded it. I don't know, but to my thinking, now, you know what my biological dad said? I have a lot of other children, and me, I'm not prepared for now, and if she can agree, I can just take her to a good course and whatever. And let me tell you, my guardian mama said, no, I'll take her to secondary. You just go. If you don't have money, just go. And let me tell you that they did their best, and I joined a high school. And me, I've never been chased out of school because of school fees. I've never. Because I told you, they were just darlings, and they were just angels, and they gave us the best. Now in secondary school, you know that vibe that you want, even you have, because now dad comes, this biological father comes and tells me you have other brothers, and now the other brothers are just older than me, and they are working. And when I went to secondary school, they started sending me letters through mails, and it was like, hey, we are your brothers, and that is not your home. Stop calling so and so your brother. He's not your brother. He's just your cousin. We are, and they were not just that. Yeah, it tortured me. They used to tell me, not that good letters, but somebody telling you that, yeah, we are your brothers. They were like telling me, hey, wake up from that dream. That is not your home. That is not your place. And for me, when I went home for midterm closing school, I could tell my guardian mama that, I received these letters, they are telling me this, and she could just tell me, leave them alone. Yes, they are your brothers, they are your sisters, but leave them alone. And now, I did my KCPE, now the secondary education exam, and I went home. Now here comes an order that because this girl, now me, has been in Nakuru for long, it seems that she has forgotten where she comes from, or the roots, or the siblings and the mother. And remember, this time we were not in, I don't know what to say, but we had not bonded with my mother. Yeah, my mother was not coming to Nakuru as often as the father, or my father. But now we didn't have that bond with my mother. And now the order came that this girl, because she's now lived in Nakuru for long, I want her, before the KCSE results comes out, I want her to come to Murang'a and just mingle with the other siblings and the mother. And now it was just, hey, I had to, because you've no option. As a child, you've no option, and you are under their instructions. And in fact, it was sad when my guardian parents and my brother just saw me going, and it was like there was some talks, and it was like my guardian mom knew that when this girl goes, she'll not come back. Maybe they had discussed. I don't know. I don't want to speculate that. And now I went to Murang'a, and it was that order, that girl will not come back, will not go back to Nakuru, let her stay there. That is her home. It was like they are now demanding to get me back after 18 years. Just imagine, 18 years, this environment, these people, you've identified them as your parents. This is your home. People know you there. Yeah, like everything, your life evolved in that place, or that county, or that family. Then at 18 years, you are just told, hey, stop and just do this way. Stop calling them this. They are not what you think. Stop calling me. Yeah, it was just, but at 18 years, you are just like, the life is twisting. And let me tell you guys that it was not easy. I suffered in Murang'a because I'm telling you that we were just brought up very well, and I'm not saying that the other family was not well, but it depends with the life that you are shown and how you are brought up. Now here is me, and now I decided, a long story short, but later eventually I went back to Nakuru. And now the results comes out. Now I have to go to a college. Where are you going to college? Nairobi. Who are you going to stay with? The siblings, the elder ones, or the older siblings, because I told you they were working. Now I come to Nairobi, and it was like, now if I'm going, I had to tame the words of my mouth, because I was not supposed to call my guardian parents, my mom and dad. I had to switch to auntie and uncle, my cousin, and it was like I'm betraying them. It was painful, guys. And one thing I tell you is that you'll never know the pain of something until or unless you go through that process. And someone may ask, how are you saying it is hard just to switch? But let me tell you, you'll never know something unless you go through it. Now I go to Nairobi, I go to college, fast forward, and I'm just through with my college, and something went up there because it was not what I wanted, but I had to take it for that time. And now fast forward, I got married. And now getting married, I don't know if it is the energies that pull together, because I got married again in Murang'a County. And let me tell you guys that it was like, yes, she's just come back or got a husband from this county. Now she'll not go back to Nakuru. And I was like, who told you? And you know, even when I got married, I used to tell my my partner that I just come from Nakuru. I didn't say about the other place, but I told him that I come from Nakuru. And now, I remember one day, I went to visit my in-laws, or I was just visiting the where I got married to, and the home area. And we met with a mother, not a mother, but a woman. And then God, because I forgave that lady, that mama, when I got saved, because I think she contributed a lot of what transpired to what I'm going to tell you. Now I'm meeting this lady, and guess you, I don't know many people a lot. I don't know a lot of people in that area, but they know me. They've heard my story. And now I'm meeting this lady. Hey, are you so and so that was given out to Nakuru? Oh, so you've come. I heard that you got married to this area. Now, have you gone to see your mother? No, my biological mother. And it was like, no, I couldn't make it. I'm going back to Nairobi. And this mama goes straight to my mother's home. Not that day by time. I think later, and I saw your daughter. She had come to visit the in-laws, and I asked her why, if she came to visit you, and she told me that she was not able. And that is where what I had, not, it is, yes, let me say that it is what I had. That is where my mom uttered some words and said, oh, she can come to that place and she can't just come and visit me. And let me tell you, it was not that near. It was not that near, because for me, I was not used in just climbing hills and just hills and mountains and slopes. Me, I wasn't used to that, because Nakuru is just kind of flat. And now she was like, now my mom, she was like, oh, so she can come to that place and she can't come and visit me. And for me, okay, for me, I was just that innocent. I didn't know that I'm wronging. And I'm telling you this because I had not bonded with my mother, my biological mother. May her soul rest in peace. We had not bonded. Now, I got married. Now I have my firstborn. I remember 1999, 16th. Yeah, October, I got my firstborn, 16th. Then, I'm not very sure about these dates, but 23rd, I'm not sure, but I'll just insert the photos and the date here. 23rd, the same October, my mother dies or passes on. And now I'm told, I remember I was just 1 week. My son was 1 week, and I'll insert that photo here, somewhere here, that I buried my mama with a 2-year-old, not a 2-year, a 2-week-old son or baby. Now I'm told that my mama has just passed away. And now my in-laws were just but concerned, and they were saying, this girl, because of the condition, she's not yet recovered, and can we just book her a taxi so that she can go ahead of the burial and just rest at home instead of just going that day of the burial? And for me, I had good cousins that we had good relationship with, and we were discussing a lot of things. And I told one of my cousins, you know what, my in-laws are suggesting that I will not go the burial date, but I will go before. They'll have to hire a taxi for me. And now they tell my sister, one of my sister, I'm not victimizing anyone here, they tell one of my sister, and now this sister just sends a message through them, and she tells them, go and tell her that is impossible. She'll have to go that day because I want her to go to the morgue or to the mortuary, and I want her to speak to the mother's corpse and tell her that, Mom, here I come. And you know, she explained the reason, because she said, you know, my mom used to complain that she didn't go and visit her. She was coming to the in-laws and she couldn't come and visit her, and now it is good. That is what it is good that she goes to the mortuary and then just see the body and just tell Mama, here I come. And now my cousins come. No, they didn't come to my place. They called me because we were just in the same area, and they told me just come, and I went. And now they tell me, you know what, about the ideas of going before, because we've been told to tell you this and this and this. You have to go to the morgue. You have to go and tell Mama that here I come, because she's been complaining that you've never gone to see her. And for me, I was like, let me tell you guys that there is power in canceling just the words as fresh as they are. Just don't let them manifest. Just cancel. Just rebuke each and everything that you are told that the spirit in you refuses, or just it is not within you, or you just feel it is not right. Because for me, I just laughed, and I was that naive girl that I was a don't cared girl, a naive girl that never cared. And now I was like, who? And I said, for me, I have no relationship with the dead. I can't speak to her. And I started complaining. Literally, I started complaining, and I just started saying, for me, you know, who wronged who? And I started complaining. I was like that crazy girl. I was speaking like a crazy person. Do what? Not over my dead body. And I refused. And I said, for one, I have no relationship with the dead. And again, I have no bad feelings towards my mother. By the way, she's the one who just confused my identity, just giving me out for 18 years, then demanding me back. Yeah, I'm the victim here. And no, I refused. And I was laughing like a crazy person. And remember, I'm just like 1.5 weeks, like 10 days after giving birth. And now they are like, you won't go. No, I won't. And they told me, you know what? Even your brother. Now I had another brother. And he was kind of, when he left Muranga or home to Nairobi, she was not going back. And my mama used to complain that so and so, he can't just come and visit me. And now again there was a message for him that, you know, Mama was complaining and said that if she dies, just go with a spade and bury her because you've refused to go and visit her when she's alive. And the message was delivered. By the way, my sister is the one who delivered directly message to the brother, but me, she sent my cousins. And it was like, I won't. And at this moment, I told my partner that I'm not going, we are not going before, because we are told that we have to be there, all siblings. I didn't disclose this to him. I didn't disclose this to him. So I just went. I just kept quiet, and then we went. Remember, I'm that girl. I've just given birth. My son is 2 weeks, and I'm going to just put those photos here for the evidence, and you know what I'm telling you. And you know, now holding a baby in a matatu, just going, and you know, I've not yet gained the energy now going home. And let me tell you guys that we went, I viewed my mother's body, and I didn't utter anything. I didn't speak anything. And now this sister of mine was kinda watching me from afar, and it is as if she noted that I didn't say anything. I don't know whether she wanted me just to shout or what, but I didn't. But just know that as I was just looking at or viewing my mother's body, I was just deep within me, I was saying, Mom, deep within my, not speaking, but deep within me, I was just like, Mom, you know, me, I've not wronged you. It is not my fault. And now I just go back to the vehicle and just get my baby back. And now here comes the sister again and tells me, just now it was a command, give out the baby. And I give the baby, let's go. And now remember, the other people have just finished the viewing, and now the morgue attendants want to close this casket so that people can just remove it and take it to the car or to the van. Now let's go. And I follow her. My goodness. And now she asked me, did you do what I asked you to do? What I said you should do? And she was like, yes. No, go. And now he finds this morgue attendant wanting to close the casket. And it is like, no, hold on. There is something we want to do. And now there is something we want to do. Just hold on. And that this man just steps aside and looks at us. And my sister stands at the door and now just looks at me and just go ahead. And for me now, I'm not going ahead, but I just stepped and just viewed my mother's body. And you know, this attendant was just looking me as a suspect. You know, these people, yeah, by that time it was just, the morgues were a weird place to be. Was just looking at me like this, and I now just faced the other way that my sister could not see my face, and I looked at my mom and I didn't utter any word, but my tears just were dropping, and they were dropping, and it was like, what is this? And my spirit, deep inside me, my spirit was just convicting me, don't do this, don't do this, and I didn't do it. No, it was like, and now remember, there is a group of people who want to come and just take the casket out, and it was like, hold on. Now, have you finished? I told her, yeah, I've finished. And now people comes and remove the casket, and now I went back to the van and took my baby. And remember, we have another brother that has also an assignment, but the assignment was not at the morgue. For him, it was just come with a spade, bury me. And my brother was that kind of a person that day cooperated, because he was the one entering the morgue. Just, he was the front. I'll just insert a picture here, a photo here, and he was the front line just to carry my mother's casket. Now we are here at the, now we go, you know, every county has a stopover where people stop over before proceeding to where they are going. And now we have a stopover, and I see my brother. And just looking at a van that he had come with it together with the friends, I saw a spade, a shiny spade. And it was like, bro, what have you done? And he told me, I heard that my mama says this and this, and that is what I'm doing. I'm just respecting respecting her wishes, fulfilling the wishes. And it was like, bro, no, you couldn't have done that. No. And he asked me this, that have you done what you are told to do? Because I was told that you are given an assignment. I told him I did not do. I don't have the relation with the dead. For me and the dead, we have no relationship. And it was like, it's all about you. He said in Kikuyu, nehaku. And it was like, the spirit inside me was telling me that this young man is just doing wrong. But I couldn't just... I tried to tell him that it is not right, but he couldn't listen to me. Now, I wish you could have seen how my brother was. He was very, very busy at the grave, just fulfilling the mother's words. And it is not the words that he was told. He did not hear with the ears, neither me. I didn't hear with my ears. It is just because we were told by somebody. And now we finished everything. Then we've gone back to Nairobi. And after some few weeks, I get sick. And it was seriously sick. Seriously sick, guys. And I wasn't able to get out of the bed. I have now a tiny baby here. It is crying. The baby is crying and I'm hopeless. And now, deep inside my mind, I was just saying, you know what? These are the consequences of not just doing what I was required to do. And it was like, yeah, I'm going. It is like, I'm dying. Now, these are the consequences because I didn't fulfill what my mothers wanted. I'm just dying. And I remember one evening, I just sat my partner down and I told him the whole ordeal. And I told him, you know what? The time we were doing this and this and this, you know what? This is the reason, I told her, the time I told you I don't want to go early or don't bother getting a taxi, it is this and this and this. And what I didn't do it. And I told him, now, if I die, know that it is my fault. I didn't fulfill my mother's wishes. And in fact, my son was that a cute baby. He was a boy, but he was a handsome, cute baby. And it was like, God, can you just give me a cute baby like this and just let me die and leave him? And that time I was not a prayer warrior. And I just told another woman who prayed. Yeah, in fact, they prayed for me. And after some few weeks or a month, in fact, it went for a month, and I got healed. Now, after me getting healed, now comes the brother who had the assignment, get sick. And I'm told that, you know what, so-and-so is very sick and is at hospital admitted. And I'm asking, what is the problem? And I'm told it is not yet established. And it was like clicking in my head. And during this time I was sick, I didn't inform the family members. They didn't know. So it was like, now again my brother is stuck. Now again my brother is sick. And let me tell you guys, it is after some few months. Because I'll insert a photo of me and my son here, and you see the difference of it. Even my son was not 9 months. He was like either 9 or 8, but he was not yet a year old. So the gap was just but less than a year. And now, hey, he transferred from Kenyatta isolation room, then from here, there, Bagadi, and then we lose him. The death strikes again. And now I was very bitter. I was very bitter, guys. And this video will be long, but I want to give you a detail of let me say, how Shallive Neema came about. Now we just, and I was crying. I was crying and I was saying, you know, it is so and so. I now blamed the sister with the message, and I just said, you know, so and so have made my brother to lose the soul because she's the one who came and said this. I wish he could have just kept quiet and prayed about it. And I was just complaining. And during the burial, I was that a bitter person to that sister. And I didn't say to them, but I told one of my cousins, you know what? So and so did, yeah, he's the one who has just made this guy just die. And we buried the guy. And we buried him. And it was painful because he was just an energetic young man, very handsome. So rest in peace. He so rest in peace. Now we just bury, and it is like we go back to normal, and we just say well, and year passes, and now comes a time I hear that my sister is sick, and this sister, you know, I didn't know of her illness, because I'm telling you, one, we didn't have that great bond. So I knew about the sickness when she had just stayed a longer time, or a longer period. And it was like, do you know your sister is sick? And I was like, I don't know, nobody informed me about it. And I just decided to go and visit her because she was living in another sister's house who was just taking care of her. And I went there. She was like, me, I'm sick and I don't know what is wrong with me. And again, after some few days, your sister is admitted. From there, you go to the National Hospital. She's just there. She's not talking. She's just, but yeah, it is just something that you could never wish your enemy to go through. And she was in pain. And after some few days or months, not a month but weeks, she dies. And we buried her. And you know, at times people say that it is the will of God, but for me, I was just convicted in my spirit that this is not the will of God. There is a battle that we are fighting. I don't know which one, but you know, those people who are spiritual awake in a family are just called, they are just termed as crazy ones, because you just deliver a message to somebody and just this person tells you, are you crazy? And you just, I don't know, want a lot of things, but I just want to have my peace. And now we bury, then we go back. It is not normal because that gap is never filled, but you just tend to, yeah, you just assume you forget and you move on with your lives. And again, now after some years, not from the brother to sister, it was after years, but from my mom to this brother, it was months, then years, then again another years, a span of years. We are just called, and we are told, you know what, your sister is lying in her house and she's dead. And you know, guys, that, you know, there is a times that we wish that we hear of somebody's sickness instead of just people telling you that she's in the house, she's dead. And now listen to where Neema Shallive came, or I Shallive Neema name came from. Now here is me, I'm just called, I'm going to this house, and just like people are just surrounding, and I'm just told she's just there, and entered the house, and I found that the body is lying, she's lying dead on the bed. And I just sat beside the bed, and the head was just, I just hold the head, and I started crying, and I cried. I cried. I cried, and this moment, you know, this was 2009, and I had gotten saved in 2008. Now I'm just that youngin, in salvation. I don't know much. I'm just learning by the Spirit of God. And now I'm just here and I'm just complaining. I'm just pleading with God, asking questions. I am crying and I was just but repenting the sins known and unknown. And I was just asking God, if now are you just coming each and every time just to take? Who is next? I remember asking God, who is next? And I was just pleading and just repenting the sins of our forefathers, my father's sins, my sister's sins. And I was just like asking God, who's next? And I cried, guys, I cried. And it was like I was not praying, but I was complaining. I was asking God questions, again repenting. And now it comes to a time that as I was just crying there, and I thank God because the police had come to just remove the body, and they gave me time. They gave me the time, and I just complained, guys. I just complained and asked God a lot of questions. And the question that I was asking God, who's next? Who's next? Because that elder sister, a brother, then this sister. And remember, this sister was older than the brother that had died earlier. And now we were after this brother as twins. Now, I don't know whether you are getting it. It is like from the sister, brother, then us. Now the brother went earlier. Now this is the sister. And I was like, who's next? And at that moment, I had a very soft whisper. A very soft whisper. And I heard, by my grace you shall live. By my grace you shall live. And it was like that moment, yes. You know, for me, I knew that if God wants to talk to you, it will be like a thunder, a very strong voice. And for me, it was just a whisper through my ears. And yeah, I heard that, but it didn't get in me. Now we just removed the body and took it to the morgue preparations, and then we buried her. Now, for me, there are many things that I don't want to get into details that went on that time. And now I went back to church because I had gotten saved and I was now in praise and worship. I told you that I got saved in 2008, and now this is 2009, and I was in praise and worship. And I was just lying down there at the altar, and I was just, but I think I was just mourning. For me, I was not worshiping, but I was just mourning. It was my morning session, and I was just asking God, who's next? What wrong have we done to you, Father? What have we done as a family? Because this is too much for one family. And again, now the second time, I hear the whisper, a very soft whisper. Now, not in English, but in Kiswahili. And it said, kwa neema yangu utaishi. Kwa neema yangu utaishi. And it was like, I stopped again crying, and I just rise up, and I started worshiping. And when I went to sit down, I remember I had only one social media platform, that was Facebook, and I just changed my name, and it was like Neema shall live. And I remember I just connected this moment, kwa neema yangu utaishi. And then later, when I was in my sister's house, by my grace you shall live. And now I decided, yeah. And I remember the verse in the Bible, or the promises of God, because the Bible verses are the promises to us by God, sorry. They are our promises, or they are God's promises to us. In the book of Psalms 118 and verses, I guess it's 17, yeah, I'll confirm. It says that you shall not die, but you shall live to declare the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And I said, wow. And it was like, Father, you've promised one thing, that by your grace, it is only your grace that will take me through. And again, I shall not die, but I shall live to declare the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And that is how the name Shallive Neema came about. And people started asking me, because I had just registered my FB account with my names, and now I've just changed them, and people just asked me, where did you get that name? And if I guess, I've gotten a lot of questions regarding that name. And that is how that name came about. It is not that I googled that name, no. It is not that I saw a name somewhere and I decided just to own it, nope. One thing that I did is that it is a divine name. It is a promise that my God gave me, made with me. Let me say that for lack of better words. It is the promise that God gave me, at my lowest, when I was at the lowest moment and asking God. And I'm thankful, because when you just, there is other platforms that we meet and people call me Shallive Neema, and when you are just calling me that name, and I'm happy because you are just stamping the promises of God in my life. And that is how the name came about. And one thing that I want to tell you, as I wind up this video, I've seen that it has gone that long, but I had to explain it, that it is not all commands that you adhere to, or you just agree to all what you are told. It, regardless of who is telling you, just question. Just first of all, let the Spirit of God guide you on how to do. And because for me, I may say that maybe if I could have done, imagine just looking at my mother's lifeless body, and that now just telling mom, because I was told to say in Kikuyu, and it says, I was told to say, Mami nedoka, mom, here I come. I want you to tell me, just think what could have happened. I've come. Where are you going? It is like you are telling him, you are telling her, just give me a space. I'm coming. I want to lie down in that casket. I want just to be in this morgue. I want to go through the process that you've gone. Mom, I've come. Just give me a space. And God is faithful, and I love this God so much, because he has guided me throughout, because I was not that person who knew the word as now I know. And because God, my God is amazing, because for that time he just guided me not to speak and cancel the words. And I'm alive today, because by the grace of God, he has taken me this far now. And I thank God from all that time, from 2009. God has been faithful, because from that moment, we didn't lose other sibling or other family. No, the sibling. Let me say the sibling. We didn't lose other sibling until now. This year, 15th July. That is when we lost the other sister, and may her soul rest in peace. And if you've not seen that video or those clips, I've just downloaded a video on the clips of the burial ceremony of the sister. And we thank God. Because everything works for good for those who trust in the Lord. All things works for good for those who trust in the Lord. Although it is hard just to say goodbye and just to let somebody go, it is not that easy, but may her soul rest in peace. And yeah, that is my life, my testimony, yeah, my story, my testimony. That is where I Shallive Neema name came from. And a lot has been asking me a lot of questions. And I remember I have a subscriber from Botswana who just calls me Neema, Neema. And it is like, wow. Wow. And thank you so much for this far. Yeah, and you've just watched this story and you've come this far and you've not subscribed to this channel. I don't know what you are waiting for. Yeah, because I have a lot of stories, testimonies of my life that I would like to share with you, just to educate you, just to give you hope. I know there are people who are just, or there are others who have just gone through the same process as I went through, and maybe I've encouraged one person or the other through this story. And I have a lot of stories. I told you guys that I've gone through a cult. I joined a church, of which I thought, for me, I wanted to serve God, but I found that that man of God was in a cult. And yeah, I'll just come and give you that story and how what what we went through there, and how I was able to be delivered, how God delivered me from that cult. And a lot of stories. So keep tuned, subscribe, like my videos, and then comment and tell me, what have you learned today? What is your take home from today's testimony? Until the next one, see you. God bless you.